Aqua Earth Explorer.
A new year, and if you're a diver, you know what that means. It's time to start planning the adventures that will define your year underwater. But with thousands of dive sites across the globe, where do you actually go? What destinations are worth the flight, the gear fees, and the bragging rights? Today on Aqua Earth Explorer, we're counting down the top 5 bucket list dives you need to plan for 2026. We've got 3 of the most searched, most legendary dive destinations on the planet, and 2 hidden gems that are off the beaten path but absolutely world-class. From hammerhead highways to WWII wrecks frozen in time, from manta encounters that will change your life to reefs so pristine they'll make you believe in magic again. This is your 2026 dive roadmap. Let's dive in. Number 5. The Azores, Portugal, Europe's blue shark paradise. Kicking off our list at number 5 is a destination most divers have never even heard of, and that's exactly why it's special. The Azores, Portugal. 9 volcanic islands sitting in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, 1,500 kilometers off the coast of mainland Europe. This is Europe's best-kept diving secret, and 2026 is the year to go. The Azores has exploded in popularity among shark lovers and pelagic enthusiasts. With direct flights from major European and North American cities increasing, and more dive operators offering specialized shark diving experiences, accessibility has never been better. Plus, conservation efforts have created thriving marine protected areas that are attracting more marine life every year. This is Blue Shark Central. From June to October, you can snorkel or freedive with dozens of blue sharks in crystal clear water. Some of the most beautiful, graceful sharks on the planet. These sleek predators circle you with curiosity, not aggression, creating an ethereal ballet in the blue. But it's not just blues. You'll encounter mobula rays performing acrobatic leaps, manta rays gliding through the depths, sperm whales on the surface between dives, and if you're lucky, mako sharks and even whale sharks. The underwater landscape is volcanic drama. Lava tubes, caves, arches, and walls covered in colorful sponges and soft corals. Sites like Princess Alice Bank, a seamount 80 kilometers offshore, attract massive schools of jacks, barracuda, and amberjacks. The Azores offers something rare: cage-free blue shark diving. You're in the water with these apex predators, no barriers, just you and them in their world. It's intimate, it's thrilling, and it's completely safe when done with experienced operators. The Azores is one of the few places in the world where you can dive with devil rays, mobula rays, that gather in massive schools during summer months. Locals call them flying rays because they breach the surface in synchronized displays that look like an alien invasion. Best time to visit is June to October for blue sharks and mobulas. This is intermediate to advanced diving due to open ocean conditions. The vibe? Remote, wild, and utterly unforgettable. The Azores is proof that you don't need to fly to the tropics for world-class diving. Sometimes the best adventures are hiding in plain sight. Number 4. Red Sea, Egypt, the wreck diving capital of the world. At number 4, we're heading to a destination that's been on every diver's radar for decades, but 2026 is bringing new reasons to visit. The Red Sea, Egypt, specifically the northern Red Sea corridor from Hurghada to Sharm el-Sheikh. This is where history meets marine life in the most spectacular way possible. Egypt's tourism infrastructure has rebounded stronger than ever, with new liveaboards, improved safety standards, and competitive pricing making it one of the best value destinations for world-class diving. Plus, the Red Sea's reefs are showing remarkable resilience, with coral coverage actually increasing in protected areas. Let's start with the crown jewel, the SS Thistlegorm. This British WWII cargo ship was sunk by German bombers in 1941, and it's now considered the greatest wreck dive on Earth. You'll swim through holds filled with motorcycles, trucks, rifles, boots, and ammunition, a time capsule frozen at 30 meters. But the Thistlegorm is just the beginning. The Red Sea has dozens of world-class wrecks: the Rosalie Mahler, the Dunraven, the Salem Express, and the Carnatic, each with its own story and ecosystem. The marine life? Over 1,200 species of fish, including massive Napoleon wrassa, schools of barracuda, white-tip and gray reef sharks, dolphins, and the occasional hammerhead. The reefs are carpeted in hard and soft corals, walls of purple, orange, and red that rival any tropical destination. Sites like Ras Mohammed National Park offer dramatic drop-offs, shark encounters, and some of the healthiest reefs in the region. The Red Sea offers year-round diving with water temps that rarely drop below 20 degrees C or 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Visibility regularly hits 30+ meters, and you can do 4 to 5 dives a day on a live aboard without breaking the bank. Plus, the combination of wrecks and reefs in one trip is unmatched. You can explore WWII history in the morning and drift along pristine coral walls in the afternoon. The Red Sea is one of the saltiest bodies of water on Earth. 40% salinity versus 35% in most oceans, which means you're more buoyant here. First-time Red Sea divers often find themselves floating like corks and need to add extra weight. It's a weird but fun adjustment. Best time to visit is year-round, but September through November offers the best visibility and fewer crowds. This is suitable for all levels, though the Thistlegorm requires advanced certification. The vibe is history, adventure, and incredible value. The Red Sea is proof that some classics never go out of style. Number 3. Palau, Micronesia, the drift diving mecca. Coming in at number 3 is a destination that consistently ranks as the #1 dive destination in the world, and for good reason. Palau, Micronesia. A tiny island nation in the Western Pacific that packs more diving punch per square kilometer than almost anywhere on Earth. Palau has always been legendary, but 2026 brings exciting developments. The famous Jellyfish Lake, which closed in 2016 due to jellyfish population collapse, has fully recovered and reopened with millions of golden jellyfish. Plus, Palau's strict conservation laws, including a ban on reef-toxic sunscreen and massive marine protected areas, mean the reefs are healthier than ever. Let's talk about Blue Corner, arguably the most famous dive site on the planet. This is where you hook into the reef and watch the ocean's greatest show. Walls of gray reef sharks, schools of barracuda so thick they create living tornadoes, giant trevally hunting in packs, Napoleon wrasse the size of refrigerators, and eagle rays gliding past like stealth bombers. Then there's German Channel, a manta cleaning station where you'll kneel on the sandy bottom and watch reef mantas circle overhead, sometimes 10-15 at a time, coming in for their spa treatment. Palau has over 60 vertical drop-offs, each covered in soft corals, sea fans, and sponges. Sites like Palau Corner and Oolong Channel offer drift dives through channels where currents bring in sharks, turtles, and massive schools of fish. And don't miss Jellyfish Lake. Snorkeling through millions of harmless golden jellyfish is one of the most surreal experiences on Earth. Palau pioneered reef hooking, using a small hook attached to your BCD to anchor yourself to the reef in strong currents. It sounds crazy, but it allows you to sit back and watch the action without fighting the current. It's like having a front row seat to nature's greatest theater. Palau also has over 60 WWII wrecks, including Japanese Zero fighters and American bombers, many in shallow water perfect for recreational divers. Palau was the first country in the world to create a shark sanctuary, banning all commercial shark fishing in 2009. The result? Shark populations have rebounded dramatically, and you're almost guaranteed to see multiple species on every dive. Best time to visit is November to April for best visibility and calm seas. This is intermediate to advanced diving due to strong currents. The vibe is epic drift diving, big animals, and conservation done right. Palau isn't just a dive destination, it's a pilgrimage. Number 2. Galápagos Islands, Ecuador, the Hammerhead Highway. At number 2, we're heading to the place that changed Charles Darwin's understanding of evolution. And it'll change your understanding of what diving can be. The Galápagos Islands, Ecuador. 1,000 kilometers off the coast of Ecuador, this volcanic archipelago is where the Pacific Ocean's greatest predators gather. The Galápagos has always been bucket list material, but 2026 is special. New marine protected area expansions, improved live aboard infrastructure, and increasing whale shark sightings make this the year to go. Plus, with climate change affecting ocean currents, scientists are seeing unusual species showing up, making every dive a potential discovery. Let's cut to the chase. Hammerhead sharks. Hundreds of them. At sites like Darwin's Arch and Wolf Island, you'll descend to 20-30 meters and be surrounded by schools of scalloped hammerheads that number in the hundreds. They swim in formation, creating living walls of sharks that stretch as far as you can see. But that's just the beginning. You'll encounter whale sharks, especially December to May, Galápagos sharks, silky sharks, manta rays, eagle rays, sea lions that play with your fins, marine iguanas that dive to graze on algae, and penguins. Yes, penguins at the equator. The underwater landscape is volcanic drama. Lava formations, caves, arches, and walls, covered in black coral and colorful invertebrates. The Galápagos sits at the convergence of three major ocean currents, creating a nutrient-rich environment that attracts megafauna from across the Pacific. This is big animal diving at its finest. Every dive is about encounters with creatures that make you feel very, very small. The water can be cold, 18 to 24 degrees C or 64 to 75 degrees, due to upwelling, but that's what brings the action. You'll need a 5 to 7 millimeter wetsuit or even a dry suit, but it's worth it. The Galápagos is home to the only marine iguanas on Earth, reptiles that evolved to dive and feed underwater. Watching these prehistoric-looking creatures swim past you while you're surrounded by hammerheads is one of the most surreal moments in diving. Also, Darwin's Arch, the iconic rock formation, partially collapsed in 2021, but the dive site remains just as spectacular. The sharks don't care about the arch, they care about the current. Best time to visit is June to November for hammerheads and cooler water, or December to May for whale sharks and warmer temps. This is advanced diving. Strong currents, deep dives, cold water. The vibe is raw, wild, and humbling. The Galápagos isn't just a dive trip, it's a journey to the edge of the world. Number 1. Socorro Islands, Revillagigedo, Mexico, the manta whisperer's dream. And here we are, the number 1 bucket list dive for 2026. Socorro Islands, also known as the Revillagigedo Archipelago, Mexico. 4 remote volcanic islands, 400 kilometers off Mexico's Pacific coast. This is the Galápagos of Mexico, and it might just be the most thrilling diving on the planet. Socorro has been gaining momentum as the destination for manta lovers, and 2026 is peak season. The islands are a UNESCO World Heritage Site with strict protections, and the marine life is responding. Manta populations are thriving, humpback whale sightings are increasing, and new live-aboard options make it more accessible than ever. Let's talk about the stars of the show. Giant, oceanic mantas. These aren't the reef mantas you see elsewhere. These are the big ones with wingspans up to 7 meters or 23 feet. And here's the kicker. They're curious. They'll approach you, circle you, make eye contact, and interact with you in ways that feel almost intelligent. Divers describe it as a spiritual experience. These mantas seem to enjoy human interaction, often spending entire dives with you, performing barrel rolls and coming within inches of your mask. But Socorro isn't just about mantas. You'll encounter 10+ species of sharks, hammerheads, Galápagos, silkies, silvertips, tigers, bottlenose dolphins that play in the bubbles from your regulator, humpback whales from January to April, whale sharks, and massive schools of tuna and jacks. Sites like the Boiler and Roca Partida are seamounts that rise from the deep, creating upwelling that attracts everything from the abyss. Socorro offers something rare: animal interaction. The mantas here don't just tolerate divers, they seek them out. Scientists believe they recognize individual divers and remember positive interactions. It's not just diving, it's connection. The diving is also challenging. Strong currents, deep profiles, cold thermoclines, and open ocean conditions. This is advanced diving, but the rewards are unmatched. And how cool is this? Socorro's giant mantas have been observed using divers' bubbles to clean themselves. They'll position themselves directly above divers and let the bubbles flow over their bodies, almost like a spa treatment. Some scientists believe they've learned this behavior and actively seek out divers for this purpose. You're not just observing wildlife, you're part of their ecosystem. Best time to visit is November to May, which is peak manta season. This is advanced diving, live aboard only, strong currents, deep dives. The vibe is remote, wild, and life-changing. Socorro isn't just the number 1 dive for 2026. It's the dive that will redefine what you thought was possible underwater. So there you have it, your top 5 bucket list dives for 2026. From the blue shark ballet of the Azores to the WWII time capsules of the Red Sea. From Palau's legendary drift dives to the Galápagos hammerhead highways. And finally, Socorro, where giant mantas will change the way you see the ocean forever. 3 legendary destinations that every diver searches for. 2 hidden gems that will make you feel like an explorer. 2026 is your year. Pick one. Book it. Make it happen. Because life's too short to dive the same sites twice when there's a whole planet of underwater wonders waiting. This has been Aqua Earth Explorer. If this video got you fired up, smash that subscribe button. Drop a comment telling me which destination you're diving in 2026. And share this with your dive buddy who needs to start planning. The ocean is calling. and 2026 is going to be epic. See you underwater.
Thanks for diving in with me today. If you enjoyed this adventure, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next one.